Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Margaret Ferrier, remember her? She got the 30-day ban from Parliament for breaking the rules, and those 30 days are nearly up. In fact, she could return to the Parliament on Monday. I don't know if she will or not. She may be too ashamed, but I suspect she may do because she needs the money. She wants to make sure her pension is up to date, and she'll need to check with that. But even if she does turn up, it's likely she won't be there for long because, at the end of the month is the end of the recall petition. And if 10% of the constituency has signed it, then at that moment she ceases to be an MP. She's disbarred. She cannot stand, or she cannot enter Parliament again. She can stand, but whether she does or not is entirely up to her. Of course, all the other parties have made sure they've got their people out to sign the register. Make sure they get the names. Make sure they get the 10%. If it does go to an election, of course, Labour are most likely to take the seat, much to the intense chagrin of the SNP. But we'll take a look at this article to see what's happening and see if Margaret will return. I should think she may well, though. She wants to make sure all the money is available because she's never going to work again. Here goes. So, shamed Margaret Ferrier free for Westminster return as the recall deadline looms. Yes, it spells her doom. She knows that she's going to go to an election. As I say, whether she stands or not, I don't know. She probably will try because she knows that it'll be her only chance. Because I think at her age, and now that the fact that she's basically been thrown out of Parliament for breaking the law, or the very rules that she helped to codify and bring in, which is worse. She should be, of course, held to a higher set of standards. So who the hell's going to employ her? It's like that. So she's going to need that pension. She's going to need to live on something for the next few years till she gets the old state pension. Anyway, Scottish Labour are eager to take on the SNP at the ballot box. Of course they are. Scottish Labour are in this to win it. With a petition to force a by-election set to end on the 31st of July. So where are we today? It's the 11th. So another 3 weeks. 3 weeks yesterday, in fact. So, shamed nationalist MP Margaret Ferrier could return to Westminster on Monday after serving her 30-day suspension for breaking COVID rules. The Rutherglen and Hamilton West MP was handed the punishment by her peers last month after she admitted travelling from Glasgow to London after displaying symptoms of the deadly disease. She knew she had it. It wasn't like, I might have symptoms, I better check it when I get home. She checked it before she travelled. She knew. She deliberately chose to break the rules, and so she therefore pays the price, and the price is her seat. It's just the way it is. If you're going to break the rules, them's the breaks. That's the price you pay. She even gave a speech in the House of Commons while awaiting her test results, and then travelled back by train even after it was confirmed she was infectious, as I've just said. Miss Ferrier, who sits as an independent after losing the SNP whip, now faces the prospect of a by-election with Scotland's first recall petition currently running in her constituency until the end of July. Now, although she technically is an independent because the whip was removed in the SNP, she has voted every time with the SNP, and I think she's doing that on the principle that if I keep showing that I'm loyal or loyal, she'll pay the price of being whipless, as it were, for a period of time, and then she'll be invited back into the fold. But the only way you can do that, of course, now is to win the seat. But the SNP have got their own candidate in that seat now, so it looks incredibly unlikely that she is going to get the seat. And in fact, it's most likely going to be a Labour victory, as every other by-election has been recently. Anyway, Scottish Labour has been hammering the seat in the past few weeks, eager to take on Humza Yousaf's crisis-hit SNP at the ballot box. In contrast, the Nats have been less enthusiastic about the prospect, aware of their diminishing polling and recent council by-election hammerings in Lanarkshire. Oh boy, have they. If 10% of the Rutherglen and Hamilton West electoral roll, just over 8,100 people, sign the petition, a vote will be held, likely in early September. Miss Ferrier would be free to stand, but only as an independent, because the SNP have got their own candidate, and let's face it, no other party is going to want to align themselves with her. So I think that's it. Her career's over. Her political career's over. Can't see the people of Hamilton, Glen and Hamilton West wanting someone who breaks her own rules to represent them. See how it goes, though. I think she'll be embarrassed. I think she will probably lose her deposit. That's how bad it is. Which is, I don't know if you know, it's 5%. If you have to pay a deposit to stand, and as long as you get 5% of the vote, you get your deposit returned. Otherwise, it's money down the pan. So, and I think it's £500. Anyway, Ferrier was found guilty of culpable and reckless conduct at Glasgow Sheriff Court last August. She admitted travelling on a train in September 2020, despite knowing she had the virus. In addition, she spoke during a Commons debate and also visited a number of locations, including a mass at St Mungo's and a bar in Prestwick, while waiting the results. So, yeah, she's been a very naughty girl. And so she gets this 30-day suspension. That in itself triggers the recall petition. The recall petition, if it meets the conditions, triggers the recall by election. And she is out. And she will be out quite quickly, I suspect. She'd previously urged her constituents not to sign the petition, saying the main parties, including her former SNP colleagues, had disregarded the very real issues faced by many in our community. Well, she's called for it, but from what I understand, the threshold has been met. So I think there will be now the election. That's a shame, isn't it? You break the rules, you have to pay the price. What's the saying? Play silly games, win silly prizes, and your silly price, Margaret, is unemployment for the remainder of your life. Oh dear, what a shame. Never mind. Coming up. It's the hypocrisy, really, and that's why I like to see the karma. You see, she sits there, she makes these rules, and we're going to impose punishments on people, on the masses, on the little people, as they sit there in their ivory tower of Westminster thinking, oh, aren't we all above this? Aren't we better than them? And then hoist with their own petard. They break their own rules, they get caught, and boy, is she getting punished. And Boris, he deserves it all. All of them who break it, they all deserve it. Any politician who breaks their own rules deserves everything they get coming to them. I enjoy watching it, and I'm sure you enjoy it as well. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and if you're going to make up the rules, don't bloody break them. Bye.